Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you my method for taming an Ossidon after the latest patch on January 12th, 2026. In this patch, Wildcard made the following changes to Ossidons. The first change is during taming, Wild Ossidon heals back to 100% after dismounting the player. The second change involved updating the number of icicles and dinos required for the minigame to scale with the taming speed multiplier of your server. For the sake of this video, I have my settings the same as you'd find on official servers. Alright, so we're here on Lost Colony. I have the following items on me that I'll be using for this taming process. 4 metal behemoth gates for trapping the Ossidon, but you can substitute them for stone if you'd like. I also have 4 metal billboards, a 298% damage fabricated crossbow, and 200 trank arrows. For tames, I have a mana garmer for easily getting away, an Argentavis for picking up wild dinos, and a snow owl for easy healing after each minigame cycle. I like to keep my mana on my hotbar for quick access because after each round you're going to get dismounted and will want to quickly escape. The first thing you want to do is find your high level Ossidon and hope it's in a good location. Flat areas are not ideal and neither are pathways going up the mountains. I love to use this spot around the 73 latitude, 45 longitude area. I already have a level 150 down here, so let's get started. I use 4 behemoth gates to trap it. You want to snap the first 3 gate frames together, and the final one you want to leave enough space for you to be able to walk in and out of freely. With the Ossidon inside, you can go ahead and close it up with the last gate. After the Ossidon is trapped, I like to hop on my mana garmer, scout the area a little bit, and make sure there's nothing close by that will potentially cause major problems. Take out anything aggressive that's in close proximity. Next, I'm going to scout the area for Dodo. The levels don't really matter, I just like to find about 5 of them. The reason I prefer using Dodo is because once each stage of the Ossidon minigame is complete, it's going to kick you off and proceed to go around killing everything in the area. If you're using something other than Dodo for the minigame, it's going to kill them and you're going to have to constantly find new dinos to use during the taming process. However, with Dodo, once they reach about 33% health, they will curl up into a ball. When that happens, the Ossidon and any other wild dinos that may wander into the area will stop attacking it. This preserves them so you can continuously use them for each cycle. This part is optional, but I like to set up a small trap for the Dodo using metal billboards. This allows me to just drop them in with my RG and they stay confined in the area instead of wandering around while I'm out looking for more of them. Once you've got 5 of them, you can pick up the metal billboards and we're ready to start dealing torpor to the Ossidon. You need to get it to 50% torpor, at which point it will do this stun animation and have blue particles indicating that you can walk up to it and ride it. Pick up your gate frame that leads uphill, mount the Ossidon, and get started on the minigame. For a level 150 on 1x taming, you're going to have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to break 50 icicles and roll up 20 dinos into the snot ball the Ossidon creates. The icicles definitely need to be your main focus because you have a lot of them to break. And by using Dodo, which are slow, this allows you to easily focus on those icicles and not have to worry too much about keeping track of the dinos because they won't be able to wander away too far. Another quick note about the icicles. The Ossidon will shoot these projectiles in the direction you're facing about every 10 seconds and they will stay on the ground for a good bit. So if you're not able to break them right away, don't sweat it. Just loop back around, and the important part is every time you hear the Ossidon start making a sound, you have about 1 second before it will start shooting the icicle projectile. When this happens, you want to be sure you're facing uphill if possible. By looking uphill, this limits how far they spread and makes them much easier to break. You'll notice that throughout this process, anytime I hear the sound, I quickly move my camera around to look uphill. You may also notice that I'm moving my camera around a lot in general. This is because when the dinos are freed from the snot ball, sometimes the Ossidon can get trapped, which can cause you to get dismounted prematurely. Basically, I'm just wiggling my mouse around at all times to ensure that does not happen. Alright, so now I've skipped ahead a little bit. I just kept looping around in the same area, and as you can see, this process is super easy. I just completed the first cycle with over a minute left to spare, so you really don't have to feel pressured because there's so much time to get this done. As soon as I'm dismounted, you'll see I'm immediately popping out the mana garmer and getting away from danger. The Ossidon will target the Dodo, which is completely fine. This gives you time to place the gate frame again, and once the Ossidon has calmed down, you can lure it back into the trap. Because these Dodo were low level and didn't have much health, I was extra cautious. I put them back into the billboard trap and healed them with a snow owl. Once you're done, you should smack them a few times with one of your tames so you pull aggro. Otherwise, when you pick up the billboards, they will all head toward the Ossidon, which is not ideal. As you can see, after the first round, I forgot to do this and they scattered all over the place. Once the Dodo cures are ready to go, it's always a good idea to double check the surrounding area and be sure nothing dangerous is going to sneak up on you. After you learn the method and get the timing down, it really is just a rinse and repeat process. At no point was I ever in any danger of failing the minigame. I've used this strategy a few times in different areas of the map, and this went as smoothly as any other attempt even though I was taming it solo. If you have a tribe mate, it'll definitely speed things up a bit and make everything a little less hectic, but I wanted to show you how easily it can be done for a solo player on official settings. I finished the final round of the minigame with over a minute to spare, and the Ossidon came out at a perfect level of 224. That's about it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to help you out. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.